Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K and welcome for another set of Pokemon battles. By set, I mean one. I get myself into the habit of doing that way too much. Today is another battle from a battle stream I had in the past with Sonic Speed. His Twitch name is slightly different from the YouTube name you see above. And while my side of the field is pretty standard, my opponent does bring in some interesting choices in Pokemon that I like to share with you all. So with all that out of the way, let's begin. I take a different approach for this particular battle with leading off with my shield. Normally I lead off with a lead like either Chie or Diddy Pro. My opponent's going to have the Aragon as you see right there. And first thing I'm going to do is go for the Reflect, and it actually works out to my advantage because my opponent goes for the Shadow Claw. And while shield does take it pretty well, it is super effective damage, so the more I can reduce that, the better. And I'm not really worried about what this Aragon can do, so I have plenty of time to get up my life screen as well. Although I don't have means to fight back with this Pokemon as well, so once I get both my screens up, I'm going to be swapping out. I go to Sidroom because I figured the Mach Punch, even though it's a pretty weak move, does do 4 times damage to this thing, so I will be able to take it out, probably in 2 shots. And that Shadow Claw does a nice amount of damage to me. I can certainly live for that all day. Although when my opponent realizes that this Breloom is to stay, he does change up his moveset, going for the Heavy Slam there. And that is a little bit worrisome, but I know I can take it out with the Mach Punch in this range, and I can hopefully heal up any damage that I've lost. This Mach Punch is going to be able to take it out. I do get a critical hit, but I do not believe that it mattered. I would have still taken it out otherwise. But now I'm going to get to try out my Facade, because I do have it on this Breloom, but I never really had a good opportunity until now. To fit him up right here, I outspeed it, and neither of my moves would have really done anything to it otherwise, so the Facade is more than plenty to take it out. And that's the big reason why I have Poison Heal on this thing over something like Technician. But no matter how much health I have, I'm not going to take an Ice Beam from this Greninja real well, so I swap out, go into my Toast, which definitely can take a hit. Although I'll just worry about the water move later. And he actually decides to go for a U-turn. I'm not sure if it was predicting me to go for a swap or not. But it does work out to his advantage. And I'm just going to have to make deal with what I got. Which results in his Ampharos coming out. On one hand, there's not too much I can do to it with it being immune to Thunder Wave. On the other hand, I'm not too worried what it does to me. Although, that does change when it reveals its Mega Evolution. Because now it has the Mold Breaker. Although Herbidirt B does not realize this right away. Guess I'm not used to fighting against Ampharos, even though I did have Calm Falcon. You know how often I use that guy. Here I am thinking I would be safe from everything with Levitate. Then again, you don't really think Ampharos would have any ground type moves. But it has that Bulldoze. And sure, that was weak considering that it was 4 times weak damage. I am 4 times weak to that move. So I don't want any of that. I don't even bother Volt Switching. It might have been smart to at least Volt Switch, but probably after the Bulldoze I would have been slower, so it would have been better for me to go into a hard switch anyways. I feel like I got a little bit lucky with getting that Confusion hit because I believe I forgot. Even though it just happened a turn ago about that Mold Breaker. I'm just not used to fighting with Mold Breaker. Thankfully the Ampharos is not going to be able to do much because one Solid Earthquake is going to be more than enough to take it out. And Sahara, my pretty diverse Pokemon's out here and able to handle whatever comes out. Except for that Greninja. So Greninja's gotta get the heck out of there, and I go into my shield. Because now would be a good time to get my screens back up again. I don't got too many options against Greninja, and having the light screen would certainly help. What I should have saw coming, even though I don't, is that Dark Pulse, and how much damage it did. I really thought Shield would have taken that better. Otherwise, I wouldn't have sent my shield out against it, so at this point I'm pretty much gonna go into my Diddy Pro just to muscle it out with brute force. And after I see how much damage this Fake Out does, I am really set on doing the double hit. I mean, even with this Cyrus Berry, I am confident that if a Fake Out did more than half damage, a double hit would take it out from full health. So I proceed to take out this Greninja, and it's happy days! All's well and good until my opponent brings in that Ampharos, and even though I have the Aerial Ace, it's like, nope, I'm not leaving you in on this guy. Let's get the heck out of there. With my shield down, my best option to wall a hit is with Toast. So that's why I bring it out here, despite the fake out coming out. I don't even know if I remember that Ampharos to learn fake out. It must have been a while since I faced one if I can't even remember a detail like that. Hopefully I can at least cripple it. Not sure if my opponent went for an over prediction here or what, but it goes for a fire punch instead of something like close combat. I'm thankful for this though because it allows me to get off the Thunder Wave. This is going to be really nice because now I can at least get one more solid hit off before I go down. With it paralyzed, there's also a lot more Pokemon I can bring in, which is good because my opponent goes for that Mach Punch, so I'm not going to be able to get off one more hit. Critical hit definitely didn't matter there. With it paralyzed, I definitely don't have to worry about getting outsped, so I bring in Sahara here, go for the Earthquake, and that's going to be one down Ampharos. In hindsight, I wonder if I would have outsped the Ampharos. Probably not. It's a pretty fast fire type from what I remember. Fast fighting type too. The final Pokemon my opponent's going to bring out is the Arcanine, and it's actually not going to have Intimidate, which surprised me. But then again, that works out for me, because I can just go for Earthquake and take it out in one shot. Makes me curious what this Arcanine's ability was, but I'm not going to dwell too much into the past. I'd like to say good game once again to Sonic Speed. That was a fun battle. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the battle. If you did, be sure to like it. I am open to hearing what you have to say in the comments as well. If you enjoy my commentaries, I encourage you to check out my channel for the other things I do, including playthroughs of other games. And I do more Pokemon battles besides this one over the weekend. One thing I never mentioned that I think would be good for you guys to know, I don't take friend codes here on YouTube, only because there's so many potential YouTubers that could be asking me for battles and be possibly keep track of all of them. I tend to like keep my friend list dedicated to just friends. But that doesn't mean you'll never get a chance to battle with me and I don't want to battle with you. There's just other places I prefer to have Pokemon battles. The most common place is on Twitch when I have a Pokemon battle stream. I try to stream every week, and I alternate weeks between a general gaming stream and a stream dedicated to just Pokemon battles from people in the chat. I let people know when I go online to stream from all my social networks, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, which you will be able to find in the description of the video. Pick one that is to your pleasure, and I will see you all at a battle stream. Alternatively, I am considering having more battles through Twitter, just like making a tweet every now and then saying, hey, you guys want to have a battle in so-and-so tier, or hey, I'm bored, let's have a battle, or hey, I'm looking for some interesting battles. Some format like that. And you could reply to me for Twitter that way. Those two ways would just be most effective for me for having battles, because I do got a lot to do. Between making all these videos for you guys, I also have a life to take and attend to myself. And I actually am not always in a Pokemon battling mood. I hope you all understand, and I hope the alternatives that I've listed will fit your pleasures. I'm more than welcome to take battles when I'm in a battle stream. That's like the whole purpose of having the battle streams. With that long and delayed message out of the way, thank you all for watching the video, and I hope to see you all later.